amazing to hear the last 15 years of my life condensed into one paragraph. It sounds pretty impressive though, doesn't it? When I think about it, I really don't see it that way. So, first and foremost, thank you for having me here today, and a big thank you to Ms. Hallie Hansen for coordinating this lovely event. I'm glad that I was able to be a part of this. So when Ms. Harrington told me that I was the recipient of this award, I have to admit I was pretty shocked. I was especially shocked that my fellow classmates had selected me for this award. So keep in mind, all of you ladies out there, that some of you will someday be on the stage. But be nice to your classmates. It will pay off. So as I was reflecting on what I would say today and the meaning of today's event, and particularly this award, I had a flood of emotions and experiences, and walking into this auditorium today, they all came rushing back. You know, I ran into Mrs. Miller, my math teacher, Mrs. Mesick, my history teacher, and I'm sure there are any number of teachers in the audience that I can't see right now, but whom I am eternally grateful for having in my life. So, as I was reflecting on this award and today's event, I couldn't help but think of a moment that I had during graduate school at the University of Michigan when I realized my potential to be a true agent of change in this very complex and volatile world. So I'll give you some quick background. So I was sitting in a foreign policy course, one that I actually later ended up teaching, and we were going over the concept of change and influence, particularly within large international organizations like the United Nations or the International Monetary Fund. So how do these organizations allow an individual to exert change and influence? So on the screen in front of me in this lecture hall was this very complex formula that laid out, as formulas do, the mechanics of how change works. So I remember sitting in this class, and there was one variable that stuck out to me in particular, and so all my math geeks can kind of empathize with me. So there was a variable, X subscript A, which was a proxy for a person's own individual effort. So here was this formula that laid out and codified for me something that I had always intuitively known, that your own effort, your own ability to influence change, is a part of this overall equation. And without that, nothing would ever occur or change. I didn't know it then, but as a student at Trinity High School, my X subscript A was being nourished and encouraged to grow. From the moment I stepped into the halls of Trinity High School, my X subscript A was being developed and supported by this all-female environment. This environment, it gave me a sense of security and comfort that enabled me to fully express myself without the distraction of boys. And my family's here in the front row, and they can tell you that I was very much distracted by boys when I was in high school. So it was a great thing that I was in this very supportive, all-female environment. But beyond the safe haven that was Trinity High School, Trinity also fed my intellectual curiosity, and I ate up the knowledge that I had fed to me here at Trinity as much in the way a forest fire consumes the forest. I just consumed it rapidly. Through the IB program, I learned to think critically, to ask the right questions, and perhaps more importantly, that my voice and efforts mattered. As I embarked on my professional career, much of which you've already heard thank you very much for that lovely introduction. As I embarked on my professional career, and that took me all over the world and afforded me the opportunity to meet any number of different people, I always carried that strong foundation of expression and leadership that I developed at this high school. So as I continue to work on issues that are near and dear to my heart, I'm always very aware of my ability to create the change that I seek. My X subscript A is inherently and inextricably linked to my experience here at Trinity High School. So as all of you go out and begin your journeys to be doctors and lawyers and provide service to your community, I just want to remind you about your role in this world and your connection to service, and how well Trinity High School has prepared you to be your X subscript A and to be the change you hope to seek. So with that, I would like to thank you for your patience and it's a pleasure to be here today.